everyone. Welcome to episode 9 of Parent Lane to Diamond. And before we get into today's video, yes, I noticed an error from the last video. I mentioned episode 9 in the intro. I completely miscounted my episodes, and when I was making the thumbnail and I was like looking at which was the last number I did, I was like, oh no, what did I just do there? Why I said in the intro it was episode 9, but it was episode 8. So yeah, for this is the actual episode 9. So yeah, here's the rank update currently. We're sitting at Emerald 1, 3 stars, maximum fortitude. We have two fortitude stars now, and currently we're on a win streak. We are on a 5 game win streak, and yeah, it is very cool right now. Like the wins are coming through, and we're just winning and winning again and again. I don't know how long this will go. Yeah, so like I'm like 3 wins away from completing the series. So expect to see 3 more episodes perhaps. Yeah. All right, let's go into the champion of today, and we have Jarvan 4. Yes, I play Jarvan in the battle lane. I don't actually play him in the jungle. Yes, this is like one of my pocket picks, and a lot of people don't expect it very often. And when I do pick it, people get surprised with how much impact I have with this champion, despite it being considered as a jungle champion pick. I do have like a very unique playstyle, like a mix of roaming and split push, and people really underrate Jarvan's ability to have impacts in team fights, and like as a split push carry, like this guy can do a lot of damage, and I hope you'll be seeing that in today's video. So let's just jump into the builds. Looking at this first starter item, it's Black Cleaver standard. Black Cleaver provides you tankiness, provides you cooldown, gives you a decent amount of damage and armor shred. Perfect for Jarvan. It just works out very well with this kit. Honestly, nothing to like say more about this. This is the perfect starter item for him. Some people can take Divine Sunder as well, but honestly, I like Black Cleaver more. I think it's just, I guess it's according to my playstyle. Now, second item, Starix Gauge. Starix Gauge, because these two first items, they do a decent amount of like, they add a lot of like, you can say tankiness and damage at the same time. So these two first items work out very well with Jarvan because in the early game, Jarvan surprisingly does a lot of damage. So adding a little bit of tanky stat along with a little bit of damage works perfectly with this kit. So Starix and Black Cleaver on the first two items make complete great sense with this. And with the boots, you can rush steel plated steel caps. I think I did steel caps because of the game we were in earlier or something like I think I did it because of the match we were playing. So yeah, plated steel caps is the boot enchant, but you can also go Mercury Treads depending on the matchup. These two are the priority runes, and the I think this enchantment is completely random. Like this, I think I'm gonna say the enchantment is completely dependent on what your team needs around the game. I even recommend teleport. I can see people making a use of proto belt as well. If you're against like a high range CC comp, then you can take Quicksilver Sash, or like if you're engaging and then you immediately like you're gonna get CC'd up, so you can use Quicksilver to escape the CC. You can even use the Glorious Enchant if you're gonna charge up and just flank from the behind, or even if you're like the big tanky frontline, Stone Plate works as well. So yeah, like there are many enchants you can use on Jarvan, and I think they all work out very well. So I didn't pick one for the video. So third item, this from here on it's optional. Like you can build option stuff. If you're snowballing the game, then Death's Dance would be recommended. But if you're not, then you can like pick up a defensive item depending on what the game situation is like. If you're against a heavy AP comp and they're like ahead, then Spirit Visage would be my recommendation. If not, then you can just go back to what do we say, Death's Dance. Death's Dance should be the priority item. And then fourth item, Guardian Angel. Guardian Angel is perfect with Jarvan's kit because Guardian Angel is what do we say? Such a uh, it's such a good item when you're like ahead because it like really like gives you a chance to dish out all of your damage before falling down inevitably. And so Guardian Angel, like it provides you that like it provides you that the second wind into the fights, that where you can like if you're not done yet completely in the fight and you have been bursted down, then the Guardian Angel can be a saving grace for you. So yeah, and lastly but not least, Edge of Night. Edge of Night, because like you're a Jarvan, so when you're gonna engage out of nowhere, like if you're gonna do a like flashy engage, then there's a high chance you're gonna get launched with CC up front. So there is a if Edge of Night provides you this what do we say shield against CC, then what do we say? Then this is the perfect item, like because it will like eliminate the fact that you don't need what do we say Quicksilver Sash. You can then prioritize perhaps another item. So I actually yeah, you know what, you can actually like do this as well in the build path. Like you can actually just take Edge of Night as a third item even. Uh, and you can like go for a different boot enchant. So yeah, like this could be. I think this would be a better order to build Jarvan, but I think I went the other way around in this game that we have played today. So I think this would be the better order, in my opinion, to run on Jarvan. So with that being said, let's jump into the runes. The runes that I ran on Jarvan, surprisingly for Baron lane, I took Kraken Slayer because Jarvan's auto attacks surprisingly deal a lot of damage. So if you pair up with a Kraken Slayer, then you're gonna deal surprisingly a lot of damage, and it's going to like really chunk the enemy a lot. And so the Kraken Slayer works perfectly fine with Jarvan's kit. So the secondary rune, you can take brutal. I would say brutal because like uh early, because in early game you have surprisingly a lot of kill pressure on Jarvan. So you dealing a lot of damage with your passive auto attack and Kraken and brutal, you're gonna dish out a lot of damage, and the enemy team will be caught off guard by it. Like they won't expect this much damage from a Jarvan. So Brutal would be the best option in my opinion. You can also take, I guess, Scorch. If you're just gonna play a poking game, you can take Scorch and just poke them with your first skill. But honestly, I recommend Brutal. It's way better. And then the Resolve tree, we can check the Ultimate Shield. Ultimate Shield because perfectly fine with Jarvan's kit. It says you gain a shield after casting your ultimate, and what do you do as a Jarvan? You jump into multiple enemies grouped up. So the shield from the ultimate shield helps you survive a lot, and I think this is a very Jarvan based rune. Jarvan will excel the most out of this, in my opinion. And lastly but not least, again, Demolish. Like there's nothing I don't see until Demolish does not get a quick fix or quick nerf. I don't think there's any other rune that you should be taking in the sorcery tree. Demolish is honestly the best. And yeah, for summoner spells, yes, exhaust is not a mistake. Exhaust is the rune. Okay, I'm gonna reveal a secret, but right now, exhaust is the best rune summoner spell in the game. I don't care what anyone says. Exhaust is the best summoner spell in this game right now. It is so underrated, and no one's really seeing the potential of how annoying it is to play against an exhaust. And if you pair up multiple exhaust into a team comp, then the enemy team is going to have a very bad time. The enemy carries are not going to have fun because they're not dealing any damage. They're slowed down, they're not dishing out damage, and it's going to be so annoying for them to play around. And so, yeah, exhaust is like the best rune. I mean, not the rune, sorry, the best spell in the game right now. And yeah, I don't have anything more to add to this, so let's jump into the gameplay. And let's jump into the gameplay. We have Jarvan top, Shyvana jungle, and Akshan mid, uh, Vayne and Thresh bottom against a Pantheon top, Xin Zhao jungle, Ari mid, and Caitlyn Senna bot lane. Looking at the two team comps, honestly, the enemy team has a way better team comp in my opinion. The enemy team is way better, like they have a way better composition, and so I'm like a bit worried. I was a bit worried when I was playing this game, so I was like, "Oh wow, the enemy team has a very good comp, and they can really like if they get ahead, it's gonna be very very hard for us to come back because our composition to compares to there is miles better." So I leashed the Shyvana, and I'm just like playing this lane super safe because the Pantheon did not have to leash, so I'm the one just freezing the wave. Well, sort of freezing, not really freezing right now over here. Okay, now I think I begin the freeze. Pantheon is just poking me out right now. Like he's using his advantage. I go in aggressively, and the Pantheon uses Ignite, and I'm like getting low very well. And oh my god, that's a lot of damage. The Pantheon fully commits to the play, and
First
oh
blood.
my god, I
You
used
have
the
slain an
flag
enemy.
or whatever the stick or sword or spear of Jarvan and outplayed him with the exhaust. As I said in the build path, I told you guys the exhaust is secretly broken, and you guys just saw that. The Pantheon damage from his E got nullified completely. Like he could not do it. His damage was not there anymore. I exhausted him and I immediately hit the Q, and it was enough for me to take him down. Yes, the turret shot helped me a lot, but I think if I did not use the exhaust, then I think I was already dead.
Ally slain.
And oh, Xin Zhao takes down our queen, and somehow Xin Zhao is in our jungle. I don't know what's going
Your
on
turret
here,
is
but
under attack.
okay, in the bot lane. So yeah, I pick up first blood, and I immediately now I'm just gonna bully this Pantheon. Like I'm gonna
Ally
play so
slain.
aggressively. I'm gonna make sure this Pantheon regrets giving me that first blood. I'm gonna make sure he regrets playing up front against me. And a new team picks up another kill. I think they picked up the kill on Akshan. Yep, that was Akshan.
Top turret is under
So
attack.
not the best start for my team, and I'm like scratching my head as I'm playing. I'm like thinking, oh no, this is not the time. This is not like I'm doing well. My team's not doing well, which is bad. I'm like, oh no. Uh, I see the Shyvana is looking for a gang, but the Pantheon is just not giving the opening. And yeah, luckily
Enemy
she
slain.
backs away without getting punished by the Xin Zhao. Xin Zhao does not gank her, instead he goes
Ally
up to the
slain.
wolves, as I saw
Double
from the mini
kill.
map, the ward that was placed
Enemy
around here.
slain.
Xin Zhao's on the wolves right now. Yep. So I am in game. I'm sorry. I'm going in aggressively on the Pantheon, and
Ally slain.
I poke him out completely. I'm poking him out of the lane. Like I don't have the. I did not have the awareness that the Xin Zhao was doing wolves at the time. So I just, backed away. I didn't know, otherwise I wouldn't have pushed up so aggressively. I would have just recalled after shoving the wave. So Zinzao does a gang, but he does zero damage to me, surprisingly. I'm like, what? Where is the damage? I place a ward into the bush, thinking that the Pantheon is like waiting for me to push up front, and then perhaps Zinzao will flank. But that was not the case, as Pantheon just backed away. So I'm just like freezing the wave. I'm thinking that maybe the Pantheon is gonna stay. I don't think. But then after a while, I'm like, nope, he's not staying. He's recalled. So I got worried that the fact that he might roam and perhaps, uh, like ambush my other laners. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna recall and just stay like, cautious. So I go back, I pick up the black cleaver. Like I'm so far ahead right now. Me and Arya are the only ones with completed items right now. We are the only ones with completed items. She has 2 kills, yet she has so less farm. I have more farm than her, and I have like 1 kill. So yeah, I think she's not farming that great. And oh, Pantheon collapses onto my Akshan. Here, my Akshan is doing his best to kite him around. He uses his exhaust. He builds up some distance, but Pantheon flashes onto him. He goes back into the Pantheon. As you can see, I am trying to follow
Enemy
up this, but
slain.
Ignite comes through from the Pantheon.
Ally slain.
Akshan gets the kill with the turret and the ultimate, but unfortunately, he falls to the Pantheon's Ignite. I just go back here and do the Skull Crab. If he,
Enemy killing spree.
positioned himself a bit more upfront, then maybe perhaps I could have helped him out.
Enemy
Meanwhile, my
slain.
Vayne once again goes down, but my Shyvana takes down the Xin Zhao, which disrupts the enemy team from taking the dragon, which is very good for us because it's an infernal dragon, so we cannot really give it up that easily. And I'm like just thinking, do I let the Pantheon take first turret, or
Top
should I
turret
just
is under
be a
attack.
lane bully right now? And I chose to be a lane bully. I'm just pushing this turret. I'm seeing how far I can go with this, and I see the Pantheon ult come through. So I just like, yeah, I'm not really gonna fight him under the turret, so I'm just gonna back away. So I just go back in lane and go back to playing around with this Pantheon. Like I'm not really
Top turret is
doing
under
much.
attack.
Pantheon, he is looking to snipe me. Oh my god, my heart dropped when this happened. I'm like, oh no, I'm dead. But luckily, Pantheon was so far away, he did not completely take me down with that spear. I didn't expect that much damage from his empowered spear. Meanwhile, my team is so split around the map. Like there are two people here, two people there. Like the team is so
You have
split in this area.
slain an enemy.
Meanwhile, I just get the kill on the jar on the Pantheon. Oh, I remember. Oh, I remember. I did an outplay with the ultimate. Oh man, I wish I could show you guys.
Ally
Oh,
slain.
but I think this fight
Enemy
over here is way more
slain.
important to cover up right now.
Enemy double
I
kill.
pick up first turret,
Ally
anyhow,
slain.
demolish, guys,
Shut
you know the drill.
down.
Demolish, ruin, abuse.
First turret
First turret
destroyed.
taken by me. And so Xin Zhao starts to break, and when I see this, I'm like, yep, I'm actually gonna teleport. I use my teleport. I see my Thresh is trying his best to stop the Xin Zhao. I completely ambush the Xin Zhao. I one shot him. My Shyvana shows up, but she's
Slain.
super low and she gets taken down by the Pantheon or the Caitlyn. I'm not sure. I
Double
focus the
kill.
Caitlyn. I grab a double kill on the Caitlyn.
Rampage.
I immediately turn on the Drake. I don't like I make sure I can keep going. I don't stop this. I see the Ari's pushing up front and she's super playing aggressively and she
Enemy
just gives up and
slain.
gets taken down by that
Ally
Akshan. The
slain.
Pantheon takes down my Thresh. My Vayne goes and
Enemy
follows up and takes down the
slain.
Pantheon, and I immediately turn back onto the Drake. And during all of this is happening, I did not think that there was a Xin Zhao, like Xin Zhao would spawn quickly. I immediately I expect my
Enemy
team
team
that they
slain
wouldn't,
an
what do we
ally.
say, uh,
Enemy slain.
continue doing the dragon. I think they should have stopped. They should have focused on Xin Zhao, but that was not the case. Xin Zhao jumps over the wall, steals the dragon,
Middle turret
and
is under attack.
yeah, we grabbed the kill on him anyway, but still, like, we gave up Infernal Dragon. So I'm just super worried because we have a Shyvana. Shyvana needs Drakes.
Top turret is under
Shyvana is looking
attack.
for an engage, and Vayne goes in aggressively, and she's doing her
Ally
best and
slain.
to not get killed, but Vayne gets taken down. Shyvana
Enemy
completely waits
slain.
out her ultimate, and she goes in now, and she's diving onto
Double
the turret,
kill.
and Thresh picks up a double kill,
Enemy
and Shyvana has to
slain.
use her flash because she was tanking the
Bottom
turret.
turret is under
Meanwhile, I go
attack.
back down here and I clear out the wave. I stop this push from Pantheon. I make sure he does not take too many does not take the turret plates or something.
Enemy
And
turret destroyed.
our Shyvana picks up the Drake from top side, and oh my god, Shyvana is doing surprisingly a lot of damage.
Killing
Yeah.
spree.
As Zinzao starts up the Herald, I placed the ward there and cleared it out, and he's starting Herald. My teammates are pinging for it. I'm like, yeah, yeah, I'm gonna come. I see the Xin Zhao and Pantheon completely clumped up. I use my ultimate. The Vayne uses her condemn onto the Xin Zhao and forces him against the wall. I try my best to survive,
Enemy
and Vayne
slain.
takes down the Xin Zhao.
Ally
I go
slain.
back in, but the Pantheon takes down my Akshan. I missed my, what do we
Double kill.
say, spear, and I
Red
ended up
team.
spearing the Herald. Otherwise, I would have knocked up the Pantheon, but anyhow, my Vayne grabbed the
Your
kill,
team
and
has
my,
slain the Black
what do we
Herald.
say, Shivana picks up the Herald. And I don't know why did this Vayne take the honey fruit from me. Like I'm so low, and look at her. Like she almost died
Turret is
here.
under attack.
We chain up the CC so perfectly.
Turret lost.
Thresh, and Vayne using all three of our CC at the same time. The Ari got popped like a ping pong around the area, but it was not enough damage, so Ari survives. Overall, a very bloody game. Like at 9 minutes, there are like 29 kills. We sit at a, what do we say, 5,000 gold lead? Yeah, 5,000 gold lead by estimate. Pantheon jumps onto me here in the mid lane, and the Zinzao is overcommitting here, so I just use my ultimate and I force him into this tight
Your
position,
bottom
and I
tower
one
is under
shot the
attack.
Zinzao, and all of a sudden, the Zinzao is out of the fight, and our team has numbers advantage now. So the enemy team is trying to siege right now over here, and
Middle turret is under attack.
it's not working out for them that well because we have a Vayne and an Akshan. Yes, Vayne does not have wave clear, but Akshan does, and so they both are like just clearing out the wave. Thresh tries to look for a hook here, and Shivan is also looking to set up this Herald in the mid lane. But unfortunately, she's not been given the opportunity by the enemy team because all five of the enemy team players are right now standing in this mid lane. I push up the wave on the bot side and I immediately draw attention from the Senna and the Pantheon. Surprisingly, the Senna bind ended up catching me. I wouldn't have used my flash if the Senna bind did not catch me. Pantheon goes in. I try to follow up, but the Caitlyn ultimate
Been
takes me down,
slain.
and the Akshan
Shut
tries
down.
to trade the kill with the
Enemy
Pantheon, but that was
slain.
not the case. The Caitlyn is
Ally
looking
slain.
for her opening in the fight, and a perfect ultimate comes through from the Shyvana,
Ally
and
slain.
Shyvana just takes down the
Enemy
Caitlyn,
slain.
and boom,
Double
the
kill.
Zinzao gets taken down by the Shyvana as well, and then there's a triple kill come through as
Killing
she takes down the
spree.
Ari, and a quadra
Quadra
kill for
kill.
Shyvana.
Rampage.
Shyvana picks up a
Shut
quadra
down.
kill.
Ace.
Shyvana, despite not picking up the Infernal Dragon, she ended up picking up a quadra kill. Oh my god, this guy is snowballing. Overall, that one like me
Enemy
getting
turret
killed there
destroyed.
ended up working out so well for my team. My team really like got a my team really got a big advantage here, and so now the goal lead has grown to like around 8,000. Vayne is pushing up top. I'm clearing this wave bot, and yeah. Oh, the Vayne is not caught here. Never mind. She gets picked up by the. She does not take the lantern. Oh my god, why don't they take the lantern? I see this happening here and I decide to just TP onto my
Ally
Shyvana. I'm like
slain.
thinking, yeah, let's go here, let's go there, let's force a fight here. But my
Unstoppable.
everyone just died so
Enemy
quickly. I'm like, what the
slain.
hell? I'm this awkward space right now.
Ally
Like I
slain.
get picked off. I'm trying to pick off the Caitlyn, but that's not the case. Like not having vision in that area is really causing us a lot of problem. And Ari does
You have been
not
slain.
hit the charm that grabs the kill. It's instead the Senna who picks up the kill on me. Shyvana goes in and she's super low and she's almost dead here.
Enemy
Oh my god, the
slain.
charm hit her and
Enemy
she still
slain.
survived. Thresh managed to pick up the kill on the Ari, and honestly, this Thresh was so good. Like Thresh was playing very well. Like he was like really like carrying this Vayne in my opinion. Like he was the main carry for this bot lane. And oh, Pantheon comes in with a late ultimate. He tries to grab a kill, but that's not looking like the case because look at the
Enemy
damage coming
slain.
through, and boom, Akshan shows up as well, and
Enemy
Akshan takes
slain.
down the Xin Zhao. And suddenly, this has completely turned around for our team. And yeah, the Vayne goes in aggressively on the Caitlyn.
Double
The
kill.
Akshan ultimate takes down the
Enemy
Caitlyn,
slain.
and I'm just clearing out the wave in mid. I'm like, yeah, I'm just farming beauty, farming simulator.
Ally
The
slain.
Ari takes down the Thresh, and I got super annoyed there. I'm like, why? Why did you take my Thresh? I'm seeking revenge for the Thresh. I don't care. I use my combo. I get charmed. Despite getting charmed, I
An
ult
enemy.
between two turrets, and I pick up the kill on the
Enemy
Ari,
turret destroyed.
and I just get back to safety. That was personal. I just did that for the Thresh. I was like, yo, Thresh has been playing very well, so might as well help him
Bottom
out.
turret is
Now I
under
wanted to
attack.
help the Shyvana up here to perhaps, get that other push for
Ally
the Herald, but
slain.
I said, you know what, I have better
Shut
things to do. I
down.
can take this turret here, and I opened up the mid lane. Boom, I take the mid lane turret and I back away. My Vayne is clearing out the bot wave. So overall, everyone's on a good, like everyone's on the same page right now. Everyone's doing the job very correctly, and yeah, so everyone's playing very coordinated. I maintain this push over here in the bot lane. I see the Caitlyn are showing up, so I immediately back away. I don't stick around because the enemy team has a very like surprisingly, I don't know, this game I felt like everyone was like having way longer range on their dashes. I see the Xin Zhao completely caught out. I chunk him up.
Killing
Thresh snipes
spree.
him with a hook and takes him down. I use my ultimate and I force two flash from the Pantheon and the Caitlyn. And the Akshan ultimate. Look at the damage from the Akshan ultimate. And now, yeah, this is gonna be a very weird fight here. This is gonna be a very odd skirmish. Like I don't have idea what's happening here. Uh, Thresh flashed over the wall. I'm pinging Thresh to back away. Yeah, don't do here. And then suddenly Pantheon shows up. This is not even my exhaust. This was the Thresh's exhaust, and boom, the exhaust just shuts down this
Rampage.
Pantheon's engage. Now I exhaust the Senna. I'm like thinking that yeah, get Senna out of here.
Slain an enemy
Oh my God, the
massively.
Senna bind was so
Your
annoying.
turret is under
Oh,
attack.
Akshan flashes into a wall, and I'm like, yeah, me and Thresh are just going
Enemy
in from the behind.
slain.
We're confirming this
Enemy
kill, and
slain.
Thresh takes down the Caitlyn and we clear out the wave. I walk out of here. I wanted to help the Thresh. I was thinking about going back in, but I'm like, nah, this is getting way too
Turret is
risky.
under
This is getting way
attack.
too risky. And Akshan was there to
Slain.
help. So I'm thinking, yeah, Akshan has it covered. But surprisingly, this got close very well. And oh my
Unstoppable.
god, that was so close though.
Ace.
And
To the
Thresh
death.
respawned anyway. So overall, nothing bad happened. We ended up having the Thresh spawned back, and yeah, I'm here in the mid lane clearing the wave. Suddenly now the goal lead has become around 15,000. Holy moly, like the enemy team is not farming. They're not farming at all. They're just fighting around the map. And it's not working out for them. Like they like in these situations, you guys should like not consider fighting for like a long extended periods of time. Like there should not be any pointless skirmishes happening around here. And I see my Vayne in a very tight spot, so I decide to TP into the enemy
You have
team. I
slain.
flash over the wall. I thought I could catch the uh Ari, but that was not the case. I ended up getting the Vayne killed. And then I realized, oh yes, I have GA, and my team shows up,
Enemy
and look at
slain.
how we're just gonna one by
Enemy
one eliminate
slain.
everyone here. Shivana is just dealing the front line. I take down the escaping members like
Dominating.
Sinzao, and boom, four people dead here, and we are just looking to take down this
Conquest.
top tier three. I use my exhaust. I completely start tanking the turret. I'm like, yeah, I'm tanking the turret. You guys keep the
Dominating.
damage, and I just back away. And then I come back in, one auto, and boom, the turret's gone. That's the demolish rune, guys. That is the demolish rune effect,
Enemy turret
and we
destroyed.
just use this opportunity to just close out the game. No funny stuff, and yeah, we close out the game, and that's it.
Victory.
Overall, a very fun game, in my opinion. I enjoyed playing this a lot, and it was super fun. And yeah, we finished the game with an 8-2-15 score line with 15,000 gold, compared to our lane opponent with a 3-10-5 score line. And yeah, like overall, a very amazing game. I enjoyed it. I dealt around 18,000 damage, 26,000 damage taken, 23 kills involved, 15,768 gold, compared to the Pantheon's 19,000 damage and a 22,000 damage and 8 kills involvement. So Pantheon had a better game than me. Like in the damage stats, like he had a better performance, I guess, because he's a damage dealer. So I expect him to deal damage anyway. But he really did not have a great impact overall into the team fights. Like he did well to an extent in some cases, but he did not have the best game compared to me. Uh, yeah. So with that being said, if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more content like this. And fingers crossed, we might be ending the series soon, but that means we'll get to decide the next series as well for the next season for the next idea. Like I have a lot of ideas in mind for what we should do if we conclude the series anytime soon. So I do have ideas, so stay tuned for it. Yeah, make sure to leave a like and press the bell icon for future updates. And yeah, goodbye.